mile. Guys right has the area.
Roger, we have the area. Hoist Operator has the con.
Check guys right out of the con, you clear right, move forward.
Tell me your name, what you do here at Cougar.
Yeah, Zachary Gosse. I'm a rescue swimmer here under the rescue specialist and rescue swimmer. I'm also the training and standards for my side.
And how long you been here?
4 and a bit years. I got
Yeah.
hired as a civilian straight off the street and trained in-house through our training program.
Tell me about that experience, training in-house.
Yeah, so it was a bit of an eye-opener. I come from the civilian world, so firefighting. I didn't know a helicopter from a school bus, so it was a lot to learn. But it was good. It took about, I think it was like 130 to 150 flight hours, and we do like an in-house paramedicine program, and you learn everything from scratch.
What was that first trip up in a helicopter like for you?
It was actually a big eye-opener. Not many people get the experience flying in one, especially configured for search and rescue. And you get to see Newfoundland from a totally different perspective. Like I grew up here, been all around everywhere, but it's a different view from up top.
Tell me about a search and rescue that stands out in your mind.
Well, I was going to tell the story that Cody just told, but I'll just add on to it. One of our pilots here, he said it was one of the worst conditions he was ever in, and he was a sergeant pilot from the military. So we were getting pushed out, we were flying through the wreck house, hitting really big turbulent wind, and then when we came in, it was actually a yurt that the people were in. It was right next to a cliffside, so the downwash coming off that was pretty intense. So Cody was the hoist operator, but I actually had to go down into it. So the reason why we went out there is because the river that they lived by was like a lazy river, but during the flooding and the hurricane, it turned into a raging river. So all around me was rushing water and stuff, and we didn't really know that they had a dog until Buddy looked at me and was like, "We're not leaving without the dog." And I was like, "Shit, no worries about that." So after we loaded the dog and hoisted up the 2 patients, we actually had to fly out and land on a weigh scale that has washed out, and there was 2 workers there. And we had to land the chopper on a piece of highway that was washed out. And then when we took off from there, we flew out to Port Bass, which didn't have a helicopter pad for a 92. So we landed at the hotel out there and unloaded 4 people and a dog.
Wow.
Yeah,
Tell me, what would you tell people that might be looking at this as a career? Because I can tell you, what you just described is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. Like Cody said, it's the best job in the world, and just you got to apply. There's no real set background you need. Obviously, being a Star Tech and a flight engineer helps, but I wasn't. I was a firefighter and just had a couple years experience, and they took me in. So you just got to get your name in the hat and just apply. That's it.
You're a younger fella there. You'd be no stranger to simulation being part of your training. What do you think of the new simulator that's being introduced here at Cougar?
Yeah, I absolutely love it, to be honest. I don't have much experience in it, but I was interested, so they let me be a part of it and use it. And the feel is, like on the cable, you can feel the weight. And like when it's swinging, you can feel that, right? And if you hit something, it hits back. And I think it's great because in Newfoundland, we can't always fly. Like the weather, we'll be socked in with 0 fog for days, right? So that gives us opportunity to go up there and still train our hoist operators when we can't get out and fly. So it's really good, and you can get your SOPs down, you get your conning down, you can get all that settled away up there, and then go on the helicopter and do it all out in the wild. So it's definitely like a huge bonus.
Zachary, Cougar took a chance on you, taking you in off the street. And not only that, but you've advanced to a fairly senior role that you just described to me. How does that make you feel about the company?
Really good. If you work hard and you put your name out there, and you're not going to get the job if you don't apply, right? So I asked, like when they put the position up for the training and standards, like there's people here with 20 years experience. I'm like, do I got a chance? They're like, you have 0 chance if you don't put your name in. So put my name in and just end up getting it. So
there you go. I think Wayne Gretzky once said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
And he was correct.
There you go.